live today. Got all three of us up just right from the beginning, because why not? Here with the boys from the House of Rags, the men from the House of Rags, or just the House of Rags in general, Jamie and Eddie.
I don't know what Jamie's doing. Who's he talking to? You're muted, dog. He was talking to Patrick Swayze and Ghost. You see that, Ben?
I did.
He was talking to the wall. Nope, muted. Make sure you unmute yourself on the screen. Oh boy.
We were working a minute ago, folks. I swear.
Mm-mm. This man is cooked. This man is... leave it, come back.
Oh boy, this is a great start to the.
I've seen him edit videos, and I've seen him edit videos on his phone that turned out to be masterpieces, but he doesn't know how to use a computer.
Well, you're the IT person of the House of Rags, correct?
Yeah, I do all the IT, all the backend stuff, mobile app stuff.
Well, since we're waiting for Jamie to come back, let's start off with a couple of different interesting questions. So 2025, extraordinary year from my perspective for you all. You guys just took off like wildfire. Jamie's just coming in and out. He's coming back.
Hello.
There he is, I think.
Mike check.
There he is.
You're
Hello.
Good. All right, finally. My Lord, nothing changed. I don't know what happened. Went live, it broke. All right, I'm trying to share this live stream on the Facebook group. Live with Ben. All right, here we go.
Well, welcome back. Appreciate you.
Happy to be here.
We were just saying that from my perspective, it seems like House of Rags had an unbelievably great 2025.
I would agree.
And you started midway through, late 2024, really, the second half, a little after the second half. So
yep.
Yeah.
It was September 21st is when we started last. So we're only 3 months into the new year, right? Or 2024.
Yep.
So just to talk about where you've gotten in a year and a half, even we had the last live stream we did was right around your 1 year anniversary, your birthday. And, even since then, I think things have really grown. There were some big announcements at SEMA that we can talk about there as well. But just explain it, or maybe you can't. I don't know. What do you think?
It is, it's popping. So after we last talked, which was around Thor's birthday, we launched into the SEMA extravaganza, which is pretty much Black Friday and SEMA. Take up our October, November, and now December. It seems that Black Friday just keeps rolling through the holidays, and now we're ramping up for a New Year's extravaganza as well. But it's been nonstop. I developed a heart condition through the through the SEMA months, and we're about to get back on track in 2026 and do it bigger, badder, and better than ever. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think people want to know how you feeling.
How I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm. How's the heart
pretty
condition?
Good. Oh, got an extra thumper going on because of running too hard. So
That's
we were
real.
down in some Celsius pretty hardcore in the SEMA booth.
Not like Jamie. Every drink Jamie had was Celsius. I need my limit.
Yeah, I need my
Nope.
Staying up late and pumping out live content, which no one's ever done. We go live all SEMA long. So it's a hard show to begin with. Everyone kind of tells you that, and then you get there and you put together a live stream session for the whole show, and it even takes it to another.
Oh, yeah, it was before too, right? We had traveled before. You had come here. You lost a loved one, and then you.
I did also lose 2 pretty close friends during October season as well. So
sorry to hear that.
There's heartbreak, heartache all through the last of 2025. So that probably has something to do with it too. You're probably right.
Yeah, you had a lot going on. Like Jamie had a lot going. Like he's in the air, and then he gets the news. He comes here, and I'm like, just go home, dude. And he doesn't want to because Nick was flying out to do the coding launch, and Jamie stayed for a couple of days. I'm like, you just gotta go back. And then he left, and then right away he had to come back to SEMA. So we went to SEMA, and if you believe it or not, SEMA every day was literally 6 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day.
Yep.
Because at night people wanted to make deals,
Mhm.
and then everyone wanted to hang out, and then we went to sleep, woke up, and then
Mhm.
all day we're going live all day, and that was fake energy. We were trying to keep up. There was one
Mhm.
day, me and Jamie were in the closet. I look at him and say, "I'm cooked, dude." And Jamie's like, "I'm cooked too." I had to leave the booth one time because I was like, "I can't. I need a break."
Mhm.
That's a lot. That's a lot to handle in any time. But when you throw those all together, that's crazy. So I'm sorry to hear all that, Jamie. I hope you're feeling better. So is there,
Definitely.
are things getting better on that side, the health side?
Oh yeah, for sure. Getting more sleep, just
Yeah,
slowing
that's a big
down,
one.
not a bunch, but slowing down enough. Catch your breath. You just gotta catch your breath sometimes. You know what I mean? When you red line too long, for too long, that's when stuff starts to break down. So you just don't need the red line. And you still work hard, but don't push it to the limits as much. So that's got me thinking of what to do, next year as well. The whole booth was pretty much cooked by the end of the week. So it wasn't just me or Eddie specifically. Like the whole booth was like destroyed. Like the Koreans stopped showing up after like Wednesday. They-
They were gone. I don't know
Pan
where
and
they went.
Josh were red
They
eyed.
were
Like we can't
drugged
do
or
this again,
red-eyed.
fellas. We can't. Like it's too
Yeah.
much. It's too much. Kelly went to the hospital. Like the whole
Yeah,
booth was cooked
but you have to understand, like everyone
the
goes
whole
hard the
week.
whole year, and then they use SEMA as a time as a break, but it's not. It's work. So
Mhm.
Jamie's taking it easy, and then I'm waiting for me to have a heart condition so I can take it easy for like a month,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna let Jamie do all the back end stuff for the computer stuff.
And then it's all downhill from
Then
there.
is
When EC gets developed some condition.
that's when I'm waiting for my condition. That's why I said to myself, I got to get healthy because if one of us is down, it sucks. Him being down sucks. Two of us go down, we screwed. Cooked.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot to think about. You started a company, you have other people relying on you for that. You have all the customers who want their stuff. They want it shipped yesterday for free. And,
Yep.
right. Like they want it right away, which is, it's the world we live in. But yeah, that's crazy. That's not a great way to end the year. And SEMA, I thought the show was really good. I thought you guys did an amazing
was
job
nuts.
between you, DIY Detail, Pan, everything, Josh. Like there was just so much stuff going on. There's a ton of content for sure coming out of that one booth. So
100%.
you did an amazing job.
Yeah, 100%. This show was itself a massive success, but it was just too much. So this will not be a SEMA I remember too fondly because it's just too much. But so next year we're gonna slow down, space out schedules. I'm gonna like Comic-Con it next year. Like
Yeah,
Josh V and Pan will be here 2 to 4. Me
Sure.
and Eddie will go live. 3 to 4. So we're gonna really schedule it out next year. That way, the people know, because people would show up and be like,
and we couldn't
"Where's
even talk
Young
to
Nick?"
him.
Yeah, one, me and you couldn't even talk to like nobody because I'm like live. Sorry, live stream is set up because if I lose focus for over 10 minutes, live stream goes down or ruins the whole internet part of the show. So I'm staying focused with that. But also, people would come to the booth and be like, "Where's Nick from Yum?" or "Where's Pan?" And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know where they went. I can't keep up with all 30 people in the booth at once. So next year, I think harder schedules, but not harder as in difficult wise, but set times. So when to show up to the booth, your person's going to be there and that kind of deal.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good plan. You're learning as you go.
Learning as we go.
Year one, you were just let's go, right? And
Yeah,
now
year one was just like a party. So like SEMO year one was just like, we're in the booth. What's up? Like last minute, we're here. And this year was let's push it to the limits. Next year is really rein it in and not blow everyone's shot. Not
I think
not be dead by the end of the week.
I'm putting this one back up here because Evil Code Monkey, I think, put it right. You have to step back. You have to take a breath. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. If you're battling any of that, it's really hard to be there for everybody else because you have to, be there for yourself. And this is something I'm just going to share with everybody on the podcast. Is like every time I've reached out to you guys, you reach out to me and like you're back in seconds, not minutes, not hours, not days. It's seconds. And you've always been willing to come on to a podcast for a small little channel like mine. And I really appreciate that a lot. So, and I always
100%.
want to value your time too. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
Yep.
So things have grown. You're learning lots of lessons this year and that's great. And I guess, we have a couple different ways to get into this, but you do have new products that launched at SEMA that are just coming out right now. And we can talk about some of those.
Can I talk
And
about
Dan,
the main one we're excited about?
yeah, definitely. Because
Me
I
and
think,
Jamie are excited about two different things. Jamie's a tile whore.
he is.
I'm the, hey guys, you know that we have a mobile app out that we made a lot of updates
Yeah.
to, that we have new training coming in, that we're reaching out to many people in our space to make in-depth trainings. We're going to have mobile app on there, how to run your business on there. Like those take time because we want the production value to be super high. So we have Geist on there now. We have Ivan. We have how to use your tiles. We have so much stuff on there with streaks, and then we're going to PPF training. We're filming. This is the first time that we're partnering with a company that's allowing us to film end to end, meaning how to in depth, how to do this, how to do that. So the app right now on Android and Apple is free, as we are detailing car care. Go on there. We also made it too, so when you're following, you're like, what did he use in there? Never have to ask. The app tells you everything used in that video. Full send it.
Yep. And speaking of the app, that's another thing we didn't even mention is
was-
3 weeks leading up to SEMA, trying to launch this app at SEMA, where, I mean, we're working like 14-hour days, like trying to get this app finalized. I'm working on the Geist leather videos. Like
That was hard, dude.
it all came together like 3 weeks before SEMA.
The app wasn't even approved by Apple. It wasn't working. And we had to change the whole back end of the app because Shopify doesn't like when you integrate with API. So we had to do headless Shopify. And now, if you don't know, unless you're familiar with that space, the whole team, me, Steven, which, I have some people I deal with, ask Jamie, night to night.
In this app gonna launch? This app gonna launch? He's like, he's like, them Geist videos gonna be ready. So the Geist video story is Ram's, the face of Geist. He's going through a lot of stuff this past year. He's gonna hopefully come out of it this year, and he's gonna get out the Eddies. We're gonna film some real deal, him in person videos. But this time he had to, kind of delegate the videos. So they sent me a folder with like 1,000 clips, and
it's crazy.
None of them were put together. If you're looking at it's like hieroglyphics. Like,
he sends it to me. I said, I'm not doing this shit. I got to do it. I said, I'm not doing it. I said, I am. And he goes, what is it? He looks at it, and Jamie
Eddie didn't even think it was possible to put them together. Like, he was no, they sent us nothing. Like, what? It was like 1,000 videos, 100 hours of just clips of it's like it's trying to read hieroglyphics, because it's like we don't know the in-depth of leather care, like Ram.
And they will never know leading up to SEMA. This is no joke. Leading up to SEMA, we had one video on the app. We still had to edit the other videos. Jamie's cooking on the guy stuff. He finished the first 3. I was like, this looks and sounds so good. And I'm over here trying to do the pie car one, because that one I filmed. I was like, what a dump. Why did I film it this way? It was such a dump. And then it's like trying to cut the edit so you understand what's happening. And then you know how you deliver an MVP, Ben? Like, you deliver the most viable product.
Yep.
We didn't even have the back end set up right that we could put the app products videos in order. So you load it, it went out of. And we just updated though. I got that done.
Yeah, I need to sit down and go through them all, make sure they're all in order. That's just details. But going back to the Geist, so I was like, Ram, I need a script of like what's happening here. So he sends me this. I mean, it's like a huge document script of how to. So it takes me like 2 weeks to basically have to learn leather repair on the fly, and read a script, and then I'm just piecing together these clips. I mean, they're like 8-second clips of like each step, and some of them are garbage. Some of them just trash clips. They just sent me like everything. Like real bad. So the Geist Leather Care 101 and 102 was quite the journey. That was quite difficult to assemble, but it turned out really, really good once me and Ram sat down and actually mapped it out. And that was the hardest one to make on the app so far. That was your
biggest masterpiece. I don't care what other videos you made.
They're pretty good.
To make that dump the best I've ever seen.
They're pretty
biggest
good.
Masterpiece I ever did. And look, Ben, we could go to the next question. I just need to air out my grievances.
Yeah, with this app, because that's the part that I like blacked out until you started talking about. I'm like, man, we don't even talk about.
Then SEMA, then he had to fly all the way, didn't sleep. And then the next week we had to go to California, and we were cooked the whole time. I felt like Hector was just using and abusing us. I was like, "Where's my food, Hector? Hector, where's my food? I didn't eat the whole damn starving." But look, Google is an MFer. Okay, I hate
Yeah, they're
Google.
hard. They can be hard to publish.
No,
on.
they just changed the whole
Yeah.
platform to be worse than Apple.
Mhm.
Anyway, all right, that's it. Mobile app is live. Use it right now, both on all devices. It's good to go.
And-
with updates, we just did a huge update about a week ago.
You know, and like the microfiber that we filmed at Eddie's, like the mic, we forgot to turn on the mic or something, or it didn't connect right, so the
I don't
audio
know.
was toast on like half the videos we recorded. So luckily, Adobe deleted my original phone editing app, Adobe Rush, but then they re-released Adobe Premiere on the phone, and it has this crazy like AI fix audio button, and it does the Lord's work. It fixed all the audio for the app. So that's if that app wouldn't have dropped weeks before SEMA, like the videos would have been completely like unwatchable. But somehow it all lined up just perfectly and all came together.
You figure your way through it, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
The app
And,
launch is pretty wild. We probably should have documented it or something.
Yeah, it was every meeting was been because we meet with our team every morning. We do stand up. We try to do a version of what's it called? Gosh,
stand up.
of like
Stand-up, yeah.
it's not stand up, but it's like what was the whole thing? It's agile. We do a version of agile.
Yep.
So we do stand up, we do project management the same way. I brought that in
Yep.
so we could stay focused
Sprints
because
and
we're
stuff.
all remote. Because
Yep.
what are you doing? What's next? And all that. Every stand up, don't talk to me. I'm working on a mobile app. Everyone was angry. We're like, don't talk to me about any shipping issues. Like, Jamie was like editing videos. Like, those were the weeks that if we were documenting, we could told our kids this is what it took to get here because it was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, though that month before SEMA was insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
I don't know how much you guys talk about these same things on other podcasts, but we get into the
This first
the
time we talked
nerdy
about
weeds.
this.
Oh, first time. This is the first time
This
we're
first time.
yeah.
Getting the
We-
scoop
I love
here.
and I love this stuff. This is the stuff that I love. So hopefully the people are watching like this is interesting.
Nobody.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Because no one knows. Everyone's just think we're just sitting there making hot banquet. Because I'm like, bro, you guys don't understand. Shipping
Not much
towels
starts.
$40,000 a container. We're
Mhm.
not rich. We're just we're building a dream here. So
The good news about
Well, you know
towels,
what-
though, is the first quarter of this year, we're finally starting to catch up to kind of demand. So we're towel wise after these next 6 months or so, we're going to be like good to go on towels. Like all the towels should be in stock, and we're going to be
and then we got
stocked
another
up.
order in. Yep, we should be never sold out again.
Yeah, yeah.
That's something we had to
we'll-
learn too. That was
Yep.
nuts.
Yep. So that's going to be
So
great.
this is a question for you all because it was something that happened was really unfortunate to a company that I really liked, and that was the other part of my channel is Overlanding, which we're going to get. I need to go out at some point. He's going to come out with us.
Damn
Yeah,
right. I
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
going to the woods.
Yeah, it's going to be
Every
great.
time someone goes in the woods that are Spanish, they end up
I
missing.
agree.
I ain't happy. I ain't doing
You
it.
got to risk it for the biscuit.
You said woods, overland. I'm not doing it. I end up missing. I become an article. I'd be like Fat Man that gets thrown off a bridge.
We can use when you go to like I don't know, maybe when you were kids and you'd go to like Disney World or something like that, and they would like wrap the kid with a cord and you just stay attached.
Yeah.
We could do that so that
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
mean,
you don't go
maybe just
miss-
at the end it's just your hand or something. I don't
love
really
you,
know, but
dude. I'm telling you right now, Eddie is not going in the woods. Period.
all right.
Unless I bring my gun, my pistol, my rifle, I ain't going in the woods.
You can
And
bring them all.
if I-
That's fine.
If I do, I'm bringing a satellite phone and I'm texting everyone. Here's my location. Here's who I'm with. Here's the last person I talked to.
I've got a
His name's
satellite
Ben.
locator that I keep with me all the time, so I promise you that we'd be safe. But
That's
You
hilarious.
get molested by bears. I ain't doing it.
the company who built my tent, 4x4 Colorado, great tent, amazing. It's a rooftop tent. It's awesome. But
The Krugers.
the Krugers, from the last cast. That's right. That was hilarious. That was some great clips.
That's good stuff.
They went out of business this last year because they couldn't
Oh,
keep up
no.
with tariffs. They couldn't figure it out, and they were trying to
Eat you up.
it kind of probably looked like a pyramid scheme, I think, to the customers, because they were trying to get more customers to pay for the stuff to keep going to hopefully
Yeah.
get everything under control. They never could, and it's
People don't
unfortunate.
get the tariffs, man. The tariffs.
Yeah, I
like,
don't.
that
Yeah.
was a water that we thank God that we didn't put all our eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when the first tariff happened,
Going full
we were
South
buying a
Korean was
pretzel.
the best thing we've ever
South
decided to do.
Korean, best thing we ever did. So the tariffs went up to like 200%, and
That
even
that
steel on tariff is 60%,
for any naysayers out there, if we had China towels, we would have went out of business.
100%.
100%. 100% we would not have made it. If we had chose to do China towels and fake it and be like, we have real, we would have went out of business. Thor would not be here.
Yeah.
Because
So
we would not have been able to buy more towels.
I wanted to talk about that a little bit because it is a big deal for small businesses, especially. And you know, bigger businesses can figure things out and absorb stuff, but when you're only you know, when you say you're not millionaires, you're just trying to figure things out. Like I don't know I've not seen your finances, but I know how
You
small
tell my
businesses
finances.
work. So
I can't buy McDonald's today. That tells you
we're
something.
still a while
Yep.
from actually, making money on this venture.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're still.
We're
I mean,
staying afloat, but
we're staying afloat. We're profitable in the sense of we pay all our bills, we take
Yeah.
care of our customer, we take care of our employees, things of that nature. But what you're saying, Ben, is, and that's one thing me and Jamie are 2026 is navigating international waters, because our business model was import things people can't get. That I didn't know that this tariff war was going to come in, because tariffs for Korea went up 25%. Tariffs for the UK, thank God, stayed at 10%. Tariffs for Poland, it's EU, 10%. And then but then China is like anywhere. China's like my ways up and down. And that cost is, how do we make it so you guys aren't absorbing the cost, because we can only do so much, right? That was the hardest thing to navigate. And then it's like you don't know human buying ability. So 1 month might be great, people might love this, and next month like that, but when things start to catch, now it's like, how do we navigate? So I got this algorithm I'm writing is to take over the year-over-year stuff and uplift it by X%, and what do we have to do every quarter, and how much we have to get, so we're never sold out, because it's cute for some time, right? It's cute for some time. It's not cute being sold out all the time.
Yep. Yeah, I get, and people get frustrated, and it's on both ends. And this is a very small problem, but in many times, and this happens for me for DIY detail too. I buy a product, or you give me a product, I review it, I put it out there. The instant that I put it out there, it's already sold out.
Yeah,
and it's like
big time with DIY. They're like the Beatles right now.
Yep.
For some DIY, dude,
they're
I
good
don't
products.
know. Ivan himself, like, dude, I wish I would have known Ivan when I was younger, selling like marijuana, because we could have been on the block. Dude, the way Ivan, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, he makes you want. I've
He's a
never
magic
thought
man.
about using a brush on my car.
He's been
He
doing it
makes
the
me
whole
want to
time.
use a brush on my car.
Yep.
Even now, I keep it in a bucket, and I might not have a pole extender because I'm not gonna go find one because I'm broke.
No one could have predicted in 2025 the hottest item of the year is a brush, and didn't even have a stick. He wasn't even selling a stick with it. He's selling you straight the brush, and you got to figure the stick part out.
Yep.
Well, he's not selling snake oil. It works. The brush works.
Yep.
Brush is great. Yeah, I mean, we used it on the truck, and it's a great truck tool. Like I'm going to be doing a lot more truck focused content, I think, in 2026, and so whether it's detailing, overlanding, that kind of stuff, but it's just a great tool for something like that, or an RV, or like a boat, a trailer, or whatever. When
he came out with it, I was like, thank goodness. So I finally, because I've been looking at truck brushes for a long time. Like Chemex has the truck brushes. I was looking at them. I'm like, I'm about to go full brush. Like, I'm going back to brush wash, because they're actually, flag tip brushes have always been paint safe, and it's just the people relate it to the car wash brush that sets in the bucket of bug guts and doesn't get clean, and you have no control of that brush. When you have full control of the flag tip brush, it's up to you whether it's going to scratch or not, whether you clean it out, how dirty, you're letting it get it, that kind of deal. The lubrication, the soap you're using with it. But a flag tip brush is definitely paint safe. And he took it to an extreme by even making it a deeper flag tip, like this weird fan shape he's got it in. He's took it to the next level.
All right, Ben, I jump off to another meeting. I appreciate everything you do. I'll be back if you're still on. Me and Jamie are sharing responsibility, so we wanted to make sure one of us were here.
Keep the lights on, man. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah. Off he goes.
So
now we can talk about towels, Ben.
Yeah, we can. So here's a good question. Is there even one factory in the U.S. that makes microfiber towels? And would you consider using it if you know of one?
No, because there's probably be as much as the tariff towels. Like, they're pretty expensive here, getting made in the U.S. And they're still not as good as the South Koreans. South Koreans have just been doing it longer, better. They got it down. It's a science. Especially
Yeah.
our guy. We call him Harry Potter. He's the magic man. Which leads us to our new style, the
Yeah.
weapon of mass drying. Like this is our collab with him, and he pulling the strings and saying he can get it done for us, and you have the best stitching and make it happen. It was a hard towel to pull off. So that's the new towel, Ben, weapon of mass drying.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, let me do a quick screen share here
Yeah,
over
let's
my
pull it up.
other.
This is a towel you got to feast your eyes on.
Well, come on here. Screen. Let me grab it. Yes. Window. This is it. All right. So I haven't gotten it yet, but I will be getting them shortly.
Yeah.
But let's talk through like a little bit about how this towel came to be. And I know Eddie wanted to talk about the different sizes because he actually had people asking like, why are the 2-pack or why is the medium more expensive than the large? And it really just has to do with when you get two, there's actually more material, right?
You
Like
get
it's
two
actually,
towels. Yeah.
you get 2 towels, right? So,
Yep.
but how did this come to be? Why did you pick this pattern that's alternating? Like, what's so special about the weapon of mass drying?
So this is our version of the hybrid towel. You know, there's been hybrid towels that have come onto the market. Very popular towels. I've never liked a single hybrid towel ever. Just don't like them. They just never made sense to me. They're uneven. They like have peaks and valleys, and the thing about them was it has the plushness for softer paint jobs and that kind of deal. But the plushness was always like tucked away, so it never made sense to me of how these are better and that kind of deal. So my journey into making our version of the premium hybrid towel was interlooping the kind of goat diva twist loop material and our freebird technology, adding the plushness. I wanted you can see the plusher stripes are a lot narrower.
Yep.
But what that does is really lighten up the towel, makes it a crazy lightweight towel by just reducing kind of the GSM in those areas. Obviously, the twist loop's going to have the tighter weave, and the freebirds are going to loosen up the towel a lot. So doing that, and then the next big innovation with it is having it all the same level, having all the material on the same plane, and that is actually what's going to soften it up, kind of for softer paint jobs, that kind of deal. If you hit a grit, some dirt left over, something like that, the freebird material does a great job of tucking it in, while the twist loops do a great job of absorbing all the water. So it's just a beautiful towel. Other than that, too, most of them will have like a suede border. We decided to not do the suede border and go kind of an edgeless, stitched edge style. That way, you still have like these nice poofy edges of the twist loop material. So just crazy, crazy absorbent all the way around the towel.
I'm excited to try it, and you love towels, so you continue to innovate in that space, and I kind of felt like before SEMA, I was like, they kind of have every towel just about covered at this point, right? And then you're like, there's more towels. So
yeah, we need towels. We still need is like a rinseless, dedicated rinseless washing towel, kind of like the Autofiber has the flips.
Yeah,
we still need that. Wheel mitts. We need wheel mitts. There's still several places to work on innovation. We have a wheel barrel brush coming out, microfiber, that is going to do some innovating. Debuted at one of my live streams this week.
nice.
Really, really nice brush. And I'm really excited about the new hybrid towel. So we still got some work to do, but yeah, we're rounding out the edges for sure in the Thor microfiber line.
I'm loving it. Let's get to a couple questions. So a couple statements and questions. So Wild is saying PSB is better than a mid and a stick. I would agree. I've been very impressed with the Perfectly Safe brush so far, and excited to continue to use that. It's gonna be a great winter tool.
Mid on stick's great, but that microfiber on that end, it gets real heavy.
Yep.
So it does wear you out a little bit. The Perfectly Safe brush does just like Ivan said, you're not going to be able to wring it out. So doing it the brush style brings out the perfect amount of liquid with it.
Yep. What about a premium cotton towel for leather cleaning? That was the question there. Any thoughts about that?
Leather. That would have to be something we sit down with Ram if he ever comes to the States and we get him here at Eddie's house. We sit down and see what we could innovate in the leather microfiber department. because I'm not a super leather expert, but that'd be
You
something
know,
I'd
and I
like to
think
sit
a
down
lot of
with
the
the experts
microfibers, at
for.
least to me, seem to work pretty good for that for the most part.
Yeah, for
Maybe
me, yeah, general microfiber is all you need, but the leather heads and Ram himself probably has a spin on it where we need to do something a little different. So I'd like to sit down with him one day and figure it out.
another one is, do you mind talking about the new glass towels while you're at it? And I have a question related to this because you said it at SEMA. You said you don't like the waffle weave
Waffle
towel.
weaves, yep.
And I'm curious to know why that is, because the ones I've used, I've actually really liked them, especially on glass. So I'm just curious why you don't. But then, if you want to talk a little bit about the other towels that are coming beyond the WMD.
So my dislike of waffle towels is they're just a little too floppy. They don't reduce enough pressure points, so when you go to clean the glass,
true.
it doesn't evenly give you a good stroke. So I like a nice plush, some thickness to it and some rigidness to it, and it gives you a good wipe. So it's just like wipe, 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 clean. Where a waffle weave, sometimes it's wipe, 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 and it's like, oh wait, wipe, 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 and then oh wait, let's go this way, wipe, wipe, wipe. So waffles, I tend to have, it depends, uh, you can get a good technique with the waffles, I guess. We got some waffles coming, but I've just never been a big, big, big fan of them. They do work, of course, but I personally, that's why I came out with the Diva glass towels originally, V1s, before coming out with the waffle weaves, because I'm like, this is what I like. Thick, some rigidness to it, plushness. You can even fold mine into like the shape of a squeegee the windows. And so that rolls into the V2 Diva glass towels, which are playing off the V1s, except now we have a proprietary weave, which is crazy absorbent. And it's like a diamond shaped waffly pattern that is smooth even after cleaning with the most powerful glass cleaner. Usually that's another thing with waffles is they kind of crunch up, especially after the cleaning wipe. You flip and it's like sometimes you drop them, they fly out your hand. Where this towel, you get a nice grip on it and it's just like good to go. So that's
I would say,
my
like,
theory behind glass towels.
I would agree. And like, I did a glass cleaning video that was probably way too long a couple of weeks ago with a good friend of mine who was in town. He's like, I don't know how to clean glass. Can you teach me? And I said, well, let's look at all these different products and do that. And he started out with, I believe, the waffle towels, and they just kind of like scrunched up underneath his, but we used your Diva V1, and we both like those, I think, the best out of the group because they have good pressure points. You can get everywhere. It's nice and even. You do it faster that way too, right? So I think there's lots of good reasons for that. And I love the flip side to get no any fur or any lint left over. I hate that of glass. It drives me insane.
Yep. So that's you throw a waffle weave like the beginner who doesn't have the technique down, or like they're going to struggle with a waffle weave as much as anything. So the Diva glass towel, really specialty towel that makes it simple for every level. Where shops, that's what we're filling with these waffle towels, is they're going to be for the pro shops. They got the technique down. They know exactly with their glass cleaner they're going to use. Waffle weaves is all they need. They got it down. So yeah, that's kind of the plan with the waffle weaves. And the difference between the Diva glass towel. Specialized towel gets the job done even in the hands of a beginner.
Appreciate that. Another question on WMD.
Bath towel size. That would be pretty fun.
I agree. You guys, I think, maybe April Fools having a bath towel that we can actually buy. Like maybe it's not April Fools. I would use a lot of the towels. Like I have thought a few times that this, the goat would make a kind of good bath towel. So it might be interesting to do something like that.
You definitely can. Use the drying towels as bath towels, but they're not quite big enough to get the full wrap around. And,
that's right.
Put your little toga on. Yeah, you can't walk around. So that would be pretty funny. Maybe like bring in 100 goat bath towels, 100 Diva bath towels, 100 WMD bath towels. That might be something to consider. That'd be pretty funny.
It'd be kind of fun.
I have to look at sizes. What's like the best size to do that?
Any different colorways planned for WMD in the future?
Not right now. I'm just trying to get it on the market as fast as possible. So we just went with the gray tones and kept it going. Haven't played around with any colorways yet, but in the future for sure we're gonna get pretty crazy with them. I think as crazy as we can.
Let me follow up with another question there from a product perspective. When you create this product like that, and then or Diva, right? Like I've got the Diva, I got the goats in different colors. Is it really easy to choose a different colorway, or is it like what's the
No.
cost difference on having multiple colors, that kind of thing, versus just one?
The cost is the same, but now you have to buy a whole different SKU, and now you're doubling up on the same
Sure.
product. You know what I mean? So now we're spending double on a product we haven't even tested in the market. So that's why it gets released in one colorway first, and then if we sell out, it's like okay, now we can bring in multiple colors, that kind of deal. It's like the Freebirds. Look at the Freebirds. Like we have red, white, and blue, but red is 400. White 500, blue 600, and probably should have red, white, and blue in each one, right? But that's 9 SKUs instead of 3.
Right.
So that would be so many towels on one order. So as we get older and grow into the years, stock wise, we'll slowly be adding more colorways to all these different towels for sure.
Looks like you also have some support for, resetting some expectations, scheduling releases, taking some time for yourselves, and saying no is okay to to your fans. And I would agree. We'd rather see you around for a long time than make a big splash and be gone for whatever reason, but definitely not for health related reasons. So take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, we'll get it under control. Welcome to owning a business. You know what I mean? So it's just part of it. And when you step into the game and want to make a big splash like we did and want to continue to do, it's as soon as you let the gas off the pedal, someone will put their foot on the pedal, and then now they're leading the space again. You know what I mean?
It's a constant battle. There's no doubt about that. So OG Goat, will that go away because of the other drying towels? I think I know the answer to this, but I'm not sure. Yep.
Definitely not.
Okay.
That's the flagship.
Stick
OG
it
Goat
around.
will never go away. That changed the game. Look how many big towels there are. 2,000 plus GSM towels have
There are.
entered the
You
market since the
pushing it.
debut of the Goat.
Speaking
So, no,
of which,
it can't go away.
what do you think? So, if I talk to Ivan about a product, he'd say, I tested 75,000 different variations of this thing, and this is the one that tested. If you go above this, like with like the polishers, above 25 millimeters is not necessary, and below maybe not as good as it could be, right? That's what he would say. Is there a weight for a towel or a size for a towel that you'd be like, yeah, that's just too much? Is the Goat at the edge of that?
It stops at the Goat. You cannot go bigger. You literally cannot. Like the manufacturer's like, we cannot make it bigger. Like, don't ask for anything above this weight. Like and it would probably be unusable. Like, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would agree. I think
max.
that's where you want to be. It's really great, but I don't think any bigger would be very usable.
The Goat tops out at 2250. So that's the max right now on the market.
How about the Mona Lisa? When's that going to be hitting the
Mona Lisa? I cannot wait for it. So we air freighted the WMDs because we wanted them to launch during the holiday season. They finally got here. We launched them for Christmas or after Christmas and New Year's, and the Mona Lisas are on the boat. So they're on the slow train, but they'll be here probably by the end of the month, end of January, early February.
Coming soon.
Yeah, real soon. First quarter for sure.
Also, just an agreement there. The towels that roll and scrunch are they're not great. They're not a great experience. And I know my neighbor, so I really love the Diva rinseless towels a lot. And they don't really roll. They don't really scrunch up very much. They're pretty good there too. But the Goats, they just don't. Like, no. You just drag them and you don't have to do anything. It's just it's fantastic.
Yeah. Again, the Goat is like, give it to your dad, and they're the older generation are going to be like, now this is a towel. You know what I mean? That's what it's made for. Very casual. I just want the biggest towel. It dries my whole truck, no problem. You know what I mean? It's that kind of towel where, if you're get on the more professional side, you're going to like the Divas. Divas are really popular with the mobile detail guys because they can dry like whole sides of the panel. It's a 1200, 1300 GSM towel. So it's still absorbent to dry a whole vehicle. And just the technique of it, people love it.
If you want to start a war with a rag company, I feel like you could do a Crocodile Dundee AI video of that's not a knife, this is a knife, but with a towel.
See, that was the plan, was to start doing stuff like that, but people, the emotions were high the last year.
Yes,
so I just avoided doing all of that.
That's probably wise.
That's probably wise. Yeah. Because that was actually my plan, was to go hard into like Coke versus Pepsi style, that kind of deal. And but I'm like, all right,
it's not worth it in the end.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it in the end. It's definitely not. But it would be funny if you guys did that together somehow. Like all towels are great, and you could do something together. It might be kind of fun.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also really like this towel. So Dan is pointing out that the DIY interior towel is his all-time
pretty
favorite
wild.
towel. I do.
Yeah.
That's a great towel. Agreed.
Yeah. So Thor took over the manufacturing for that towel, and we're gonna make it better, bigger, better. Obviously, I think they re-released it by now, right? I think all the DIY towels are available. Pretty sure.
I think they are. I almost bought some more of those.
Yeah, so that's from our factory. It should be a little thicker, just better construction. That was pretty hard to get to remake. It's a very unique towel. So that's pretty cool. It doesn't get enough attention, that's for sure. It's pretty standout and innovative.
If you use it, you're like, ooh, this is good. Yep.
Yeah, I used it yesterday on some real greasy Momobile seats that had, it was real greased up, real streaky. And I pulled that towel out, gave him a good scrub real quick, wiped it up with a dirty boy, and magic.
Done.
Yep, good to go.
A green WMD called Atomic.
Atomic.
We're getting a suggestion here.
That's pretty like a dark green.
Yep. And as much as people hate print, like they did on Pan's towel, having the Atomic sign print, like that would be kind of sweet.
That would be pretty interesting.
I don't know if
Yeah, you might can only print on the micro twist. I'm not sure if the longer twist and the plushness would hold it. Yeah, I'd have to play around with that.
Not a beach towel that actually is a beach towel.
It's a beach towel.
Genius. So we talked about that. So now, that's an option for Josh to go that direction.
That's a pretty good idea too.
At the same time, bath and beach towels. Be kind of crazy.
Yeah, y'all got me thinking for April Fools now. I might have some pretty good idea. Josh does not a beach towel, but it is a beach towel now. Release 100 of them. Yeah. Pan brings back like his logo towel because we actually took the logo off of it this last batch. But it's something you can easily, stamp on there again.
Sure.
So he's just playing around with it. Like, okay, let's try without a logo this time. See what happens. So that might be something to think about.
So bath sheets are my favorite towel size for bath shower drying. Just in case you were wondering and you wanted to think about that.
What's a bath sheet?
I think there are like bath towels and bath sheets. There might be a little bit bigger bath sheets. Huh. I don't know exactly. I do know there's a couple different types though for sure.
Let me see here. Bath sheets. Probably just a larger bath towel, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into it.
Dan saying boomer goat towel diva for the pros.
Kind of.
Well, we got some more skit ideas here. So more skits where you take jobs or not, and it's up to you. But the TRC was growing, made them entertaining. So the House of Reg, okay, that can be kind of fun. TRC, yep. Okay, skits are fun. They're fun to do, as long as you're not at the expense of somebody else. Like at the expense of yourself, they're fun to do, right?
Yeah, too mean or that kind of way.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the biggest skit when we did the release for Help DIY with Envy, that was a big hit. Me and EC. That just all came together like it was launching that week. That was when my friend passed away. I went to Eddie's to film Nick's stuff, and they were just like, y'all want to help us launch this? And y'all can go live after we go live. And I'm like, yeah, sure. We'll make some skits too. Y'all should send us, the first clip of being like, where's the bottle? And then we'll act like we stole it. And Eddie's got it and he wants to review it first. And I want to review it first. So that was all like week of just off the top of our heads real quick. And that was big
memorable.
Hit. Yeah. The nut tap heard around the world.
Yep. Let's see here. Go Wild WMD. Every strip is a different color. That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering how wild we can get with it. I haven't explored it too much, but it would be pretty nuts to have it different colors.
So you took so you're saying you actually have taken the logo off Panstella and
okay. This last shipment is no logo towels.
And there was a lot of feedback about that. personally, I didn't. I'm like, if you bought the towel and you like it, why does it matter? Like the, but I guess it matters to some people, maybe just because of the looks, or I'm not really sure what, but it still works. So
I think more pros and pro enthusiasts want no logo, and like the casual, pan fans want the logo. So it's
right. 2 SKUs again, right?
2 SKU, yeah.
A pan coating that etches a logo on your hood would be great for April Fool's skit. Yeah,
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, but you could do that too if he made like a stencil.
yeah.
And like coat it in the stencil area, and then like you apply this coating and rinse it on. It's this logo, a perfect clean by pan logo. That would be pretty funny.
So I'm going to switch gears. I said I was going to ask you about this because I haven't used it yet, and this is your Ragnarok.
That's good stuff.
And I keep going. I don't know how I want to use this yet because again, I'm like, how do I want to use this? Because I keep thinking, should I use it similar to what I use like all clean, or is it really different? Should I be spraying it on? But if you spray stuff like that, it goes fast. It's like gone. So should I be diluting it first? Should I be trying to do water spotting with it? And so like there's almost too many uses for it. And I was like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm just going to keep it on my shelf. So
it's true. It's
talking about Ragnarok.
It's a hard hitting utility type of product. Like Nick from DIY called me one day, and he's like, "So I'm on this mobile detail, and this was his video where he uses it to remove rust. And he's like, this car is covered in iron remover, and I left my iron remover at the house, but I have a bottle of Ragnarok, and I see it's acidic. Do you think it could do the job?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." Oh yeah, you can remove some like any acid's gonna remove inorganic material, so you can use it as an iron remover, old school style, and acid wash the vehicle. You can use it to it works great on removing cloudiness behind the emblem. Spray it in there, agitate it. It's dilutable up to 10-1 for water spot removal. If you want to be more careful at 10-1, do it on paint, that kind of deal. I would probably, in your case, I would probably dilute it 4-1. And you can it's a surfactant based acidic wheel cleaner, so it'll be a lot like spraying an acid soap, except a whole lot stronger. You can use it with your wheel brushes and that kind of deal. Wheel cleaner wise, if you run it straight, it's touchless, but 4-1 still is going to do a lot of the work for you, and light scrub, but you're going to get the most out of it about 4-1, I would say.
Okay.
Then if you see some light spots on your paint, get a towel, spray it in your towel, wipe over the water spots, rinse it off. Should eat them up pretty fast, pretty good.
Dan had a question that I just happen to have.
Why does Ragnarok the same color as Nemesis? It's not the same purple. Different purple.
It's pretty dark close.
Totally different purple. Totally different purple.
I guess it is a little bit different. It is different. It is this is more lavender, and this is more, I don't know.
Yeah,
raspberry.
Nemesis is like Bath and Body, purple, and Ragnarok's like danger purple, you know what I'm saying? Which probably should make it bright red.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should make it bright red. That's a pretty good idea. I might redo that label, make it a bright color. That way you know when you're touching Ragnarok.
I will definitely be giving that a try. So that's cool. And then
you definitely don't want to confuse the two. That would be bad.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
And we answered this. You can use it as a water spot remover and as a wheel cleaner. So it can be straight, touchless, 4-1 if you want to agitate, and then water spot remover. You say 10-1 or 50?
Yeah, up to 10-1 is 10-1 still pretty good. Spray onto your towel, good, nice little water spot remover. But that's for like fresher water spots. For more baked in water spots, you want to run 5-1 or stronger. Yeah, different purple, David. Different purple.
Yeah,
that is completely on the opposite ends of the purple spectrum. All right, totally different.
That was kind of funny. I just happened to have those two products sitting right here.
That's pretty funny.
It worked out really well. Thanks, Dan, for setting us up for that one. Appreciate it. All right, so that's like a lot of stuff in 2026. What though for 2026? I guess a lot of stuff in 2025. So just like a lot of stuff happened at the end of 2025 here. So I just want to go back and say what are the 1 or 2 things that you're the proudest or the happiest about from 2025, just in general?
Surviving. We made it through that year with tariffs and just everything that happened in 2025. We made it, and not slowing down anytime soon. So That's what I'm proud of.
We don't expect you to, but you can slow down to make sure you have time for yourself, because that's important too, because that's when you're going to do your best work.
A little bit.
For sure. Yeah, just a little bit. You just got to get the balance just right. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a different question. 2025, non-House of Rags product. What's your favorite product of 2025? That's maybe, it could be outside of detailing. It could be detailing. It could be whatever. Like if you thought back, like this is something I discovered in 2025. I'm loving.
My good friend sent me a Yeti bucket. That's pretty phenomenal. I've really been enjoying this Yeti bucket more than I thought I would. And besides that, the Franco stick shifter, game changer. He needs to figure out how to mass produce that ASAP, because that thing is phenomenal. The Franco stick shift. So that's again with the bucket package. My bucket package is phenomenal. Thanks to, Franco Detail sent me a stick shift. That bucket group sent me a bucket. So like they really hooked me up on the wash bucket side, and that they really are game changers. Like, yeah, that was phenomenal. Other than that, the Ryobi automotive pressure washer was a pretty big win this year. So I'm glad they stepped up their game. What else have I used this year? Those are definitely three big ones, I would say, that are outside of Thor that I use on a regular basis for sure.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. And it's good to hear that you keep getting to try new things too outside of the stuff that you normally do, because that keeps you thinking, right? Which is good.
Yep. Grit Guard sent me their new casters and a pink bucket as well. I'm still using their casters. They got the best, bucket dollies in the game. That was pretty freaking phenomenal. So again, with the buckets, like the bucket game really stepped up in 2025, I think. So pretty phenomenal.
I haven't looked lately, but you guys don't have a bucket still, right?
No bucket still.
Is that something you're thinking about in 2026?
It's something we've been thinking about since launch. We want a bucket kit. There's nothing that outsells the Chemical Guys bucket kit on Amazon. Nothing.
Yep.
That's the best selling detail thing ever invented, is the Chemical Guys bucket kit. Like having a bucket kit is pretty game changing and a big win. And we just can't figure out price wise how to get the buckets and then figure out how to be able to ship buckets affordably. So
that's fair. Difficult. That's a hard one to do. Definitely.
Yep.
So you'll figure it out though. You'll figure something out, I think.
Yep. Still working on it.
The one thing I would say, that the Chemical Guys buckets are generally, they're cheaper. They're great beginner kits. And I think charging a little bit more within reason for an upgraded kit isn't a bad thing either. It's just a matter of figuring out the right price point for that.
Yeah. It's like, do we just go, balls to the wall and go full premium bucket kit? And it's like a, $200 bucket kit. And it's like,
but you can do quick.
Yeah. You get like a good bucket and a good dolly and, good soap, good towel, good wash mitt. Probably not. There's a point where people are like, I'm not paying that much for a bucket. You know what I mean? So it's like,
the
Chemical Guys bucket's cheap. You get a bunch of stuff for it. The bucket's only going to last like a month, because especially during the summer, like that plastic starts to crack pretty fast.
Melts to the pavement.
Yeah. So
I'm still using that HDX bucket from Home Depot, and I love it because I get, for rinseless especially, like 3.5 gallons, 3 gallons. I know exactly what I can dump into it. It's super easy. So I love the measurements on the side, even if they're not perfect, they're really close, and that just makes it easier for me. So I don't know, if you got a bucket, put some measurements on it if you can. That's what I would say. That sets it apart.
Yep. Someone gifted me that bucket kit years ago. Yeah, I still remember buying my Chemical Guys bucket kit a long time, about 10 years ago. That's been the number one bucket kit for a long time. Killing the game.
Dan's is saying that because they're in Costco and all the major retailers, that's the only reason that Griot's in this case also sells their bucket. So.
But even before they were in big box stores, their bucket game was on point. That's one thing they locked down, and they are on point.
And they can sell. They have so many different products. They could sell 15 buckets, and they're all and they can switch them out seasonally or whatever. And it's like, it's a new bucket. So kind of interesting there too. So let's think now a little bit in the last few minutes here about looking ahead to 2026. The new year is here in a couple of days.
Yep.
What can you talk about or want to talk about for 2026? What are you hoping for 2026 for the House of Rags?
2026, well, we want it to be our expansion year. So 2025 was getting on Amazon, getting all our brands cemented and launched. Katiba, Luminous, the UK brands. Now everything's planted and launched now. So now 2026 is all about growth, developing our brands, exposure, and just pumping out some cool content. The app hopefully helps education wise on products, techniques, how you can use all the stuff we have in Thor. So that's the plan with 2026. It's going to be a big growth year where we really just put our feet down and push really hard.
Love that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And I had another question. I'm just trying to think if I can remember it because I'm getting old now myself. So remembering things is getting harder and harder.
I
When
feel you there.
do you feel like there's going to be any do you already have some things in works where you think they're in an area there's going to be a big, like the buckets or the towels, there's going to be a big splash in 2026? Consumer electronics show is coming up in a couple weeks, and I think we're going to see RGB mini LED TVs just explode out of the market to try to compete with OLED. It's going to be pretty interesting. So do you see anything coming for the a sector where you're like, yeah, you might want to watch that sector?
Yep. The coatings that we have in Thor, the clean by pan coatings, came to play. They made a big splash in 2025, and he just released what I'm calling an internet breaking, gonna be product of the year spray coating.
Yeah, that seems really cool.
Me,
I didn't get one, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah.
So spray coatings just got good, is my opinion. Ivan's been working on one for years. He says he's finally he's like, this is going to be its competitor. Like, okay, Ivan, we'll see what you got too. But this is going to be the year. This is going to be a battle of the spray coatings in 2026 and coatings in general. They're going to the next level.
And I noticed that with Envy, people really like spray on type coatings, and taking that up a level of something that actually does last an entire year. That's a big deal for a number of reasons. Because one, sometimes you like to try different stuff, right? Like I just put the stack on my new vehicle. Well, I'm not putting another coating on that vehicle for 8 years, right? So, but
a simple spray wipe and pan, you don't have to do a full prep. Like we've tested it on just washing and applying, and you still get crazy performance. Now, you're going to get the whole year? Probably not, but you're still going to get 6-8 months of craziness. And I think this is on a wider perspective, getting out of just the this is the hardcore peeps, right? Like, we're hardcore here. You're tuning into this. You're like, you already know. You've probably tested half the products in Thor at this point, But as a widespread, I casually watch Pan the Organizer, every now and then kind of guy. And I get that spray coating, I spray it on. It's like game changing. I think that's going to be a really groundbreaking product. And comparing it to Nexen 365 is where that one failed, because it delivers too. That one's nuts. You have to mix it though.
Yep.
Consumer don't want to do that.
Right.
They're like, what? No, I'm not doing that. So that's where Cleans beats Nexen 365 is it makes it super consumer friendly. Is you just shake, spray, and you don't need all the prep or nothing. So I think it's taking the cake.
It's going to be great consumer-wise, but I think that opens up another avenue for professional detailers to say, for this price, I can give you a year of coating, and you don't really, you can do your versus like wash clay seal, which you might do. You still do some of that, but maybe just a wash clay or something like that. Maybe that changes the pricing a little bit and how you might do some of those things, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I think in 2026 as well.
Yep. So this is Sam says Ivan takes years to develop a spray coating. Pan does it what feels like 6 months or so. So Pan has had really good timing, I think, finding, because raw ingredients come out like every single day. Like, we'll get a hit up from our chemist, like, guess what I found? Working on getting a new surfactant, working on getting a new this thing for the coating that I think we've been working on for a while. So the magical, I think, spray coating ingredient is gotten here. So I think it's going to start. You're going to start seeing a bunch of, I think, developments in spray coatings, not just the ones Pan or Ivan's developing, but across the spectrum. I think spray coatings are going to have a boom in this next year or two, because the technology's finally opening up and catching up to what we actually want. We cool to bring ammo to Thor and become the Tau supplier for ammo. Larry's a special bird, all right? We've actually had conversations with Larry, but very brief, and he is he's been around a long time, and he's stayed in his own lane for a long time, and he does his own thing.
I actually got a couple of ammo things for free I haven't used yet from my neighbor. He was like, I have these things, you want to check them out? And I just haven't checked them out yet, but I imagine they're good. The towels were really soft, that's for sure. They came with them.
Yeah, but going back to the kind of raw ingredient thing, we will be reworking detail coat coatings as well, because we want to go like I just made a video where detail coats the sheet, like our coatings have the sheeting effect to them. We want to explore that even more with our next rendition of coatings, and a special ingredient to make that work just came out within the last, or not came out, but became more readily available. When we say like UK hits different, South Korea hits different, it's because each region is open and has different raw ingredients from each other.
Sure.
Like what Nick can get in the UK is something we can't get here in the States yet. But sometimes it opens up, and then all of a sudden we are. And that's kind of how each region will kind of have different products that specialize and work better than some stuff that we've been making here in the States. So we're looking to develop a special coating that we're working on right now. So hopefully we get it done. Early development. So don't bank on it for sure.
Have you tried the new DIY detail one year yet?
No, I haven't.
Not officially.
No. I don't know nothing about it. So Ivan keeps everything close to vest. When he came to my house, he gave me sneak peeks. Like he brought the quad fold. We tested the quad fold when he was here. When he came, brought that. Explained to me like how he developed that and stuff. What else did he bring? New iron remover, new water spot remover. Ivan plays it real close to the vest. He's really like the only like he don't even let Nick test stuff early. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like he's the product developer of DIY detail. He really keeps it close to him.
Yeah, he does, and he develops it differently than other people too. He's very specific about what he wants, and he'll take as much time as he needs to get there. And he's never going to rush it to market. He's just not going to do that. Not to say that Pan or anybody else does that, but Ivan's never going to do that, right? So
no,
Yep.
So that's where Pan differs. Is I've been testing the clean spray coating for 6-8 months. You know what I mean? EC's been is we spread it out and help him develop along the way. Not every product, but this one especially. I was like, let me test that for you. Let me see, because stuff just reacts differently. Different regions. I'm way down here. He's way up there. So I'm kind of the perfect counterpart to help him develop some of this stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So last couple questions here about the Detail Co. brand in general. How have you felt about the brand, how that's launched? And it's, I think, been great because, as you talked about, there's been a lot of things that you wanted to bring all these other brands in, but then tariffs hit, and that can cause problems. You have your own brand, which competes against other people, but you are very good about not saying this is the best or not. But I think for people who are just getting into detailing, especially, these are great because they're affordable. They're a way to get in and try stuff. They're almost a gateway drug to the entire detailing industry, right? But they're also, you wouldn't need to go beyond this if you didn't want to. And so I'm just curious. I really love the new V2 rinseless is really, really good. Loving that. The microfiber wash is the best. Honestly, that is the best microfiber wash that I've seen. So you do have some of those category leading things too. But how do you see your brand?
Don't get it twisted. There's a few products we aim definitely to, Eddie's rinseless. He aims it to be the best rinseless in the world. I think my soap soft wash, I think, is criminally underrated, and I'll say put it up against whatever you got, and it's gonna. I don't see how it loses. So unless you're looking, for mega foam, it's not a mega foamer. You'd have to get specialized like Josh V Rogue to do a mega foam style soap. Incredible Suds is up there, so it's not going to be the ultimate foamer, but it's going to give you definitely enough foam, crazy concentrated, crazy slick, and it cleans. That's where it really shines. It cleans like crazy.
which is the point.
Yeah, so I don't think soft wash gets enough love out there, but that's definitely, I'd say, one of the best soaps on the market today. It's yeah, deep, but the whole detail line as a whole, to go back to the original question, was it's developed to be the backbone of our business program. So we wanted our own product line to have full control of pricing and make sure we don't go, have something to offer big discounts for the businesses out there who want to join the business program, and have that product line that can be their backbone, and you're going to get a great price at any time of the year for a hard hitting chemical that just works. That's the plan for Detail Co. So it was never planned to be this big marketing brand or nothing like that. But coming into the next year, we are going to put a more focus on Detail Co. I want to get down to where that's all I kind of run in my shop. It's just our line, but we're constantly, I'm constantly testing, constantly need to make content for all our partners, that kind of deal, help them out whenever we do special months, that kind of deal. Whether it's like, UK per month, and then, you get brands like Kativa where you're like, I got to have the Kativa stuff in my garage. Like,
Right.
like that's just crazy stuff. And yeah.
Yep.
And you need to test it all and make sure, your stuff's still on par with everything we sell at. So when will there be an update of the Detail Go stuff that is sold by Carzilla Thor? In Canada, we have, what is it? You have to smuggle in from the States. We'd love to get Nemesis V2. Yeah, Canada's just a little slower. He probably has a bunch of Detail Co V1 stock, so he's just waiting to get rid of it. It's the winter time, so probably won't be until after spring, the detail season kicks back in for you guys, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll get some V2 stuff up to you as soon as it starts thawing off, for sure. Canada's rough.
And then I think I'll end the show. Things have slowed down in the chat with, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned from 2025?
Biggest lesson learned is, like I said, I lost 2 good friends in late 2025. Is definitely, if you start thinking of someone one day, go ahead and reach out. Stay in touch with people. Even, partner wise with Thor and stuff, keep in touch with everybody. Check on people. Make sure they're doing all right. And, just be there best you can, which is really hard in this life, but that's something I think we all can step up on.
Agreed. We get busy and we forget about the people and the people are what's important in the world, right? I mean, that's more important than anything else.
Yep, that's what's really important. Yep.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and spending some time with me today, and Eddie as well for the first half. So, Jamie, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll be able to do this again in the future, because I love these. These are some of my favorite things to do, so I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, we enjoy it. So, like you said, if anybody reaches out to us, we'll jump on there. Whatever you got. It's not like we try and hide away from the internet or keep secrets. So we're here. We're here to chat it up anytime, Ben.
Appreciate you very much, and we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks everybody for watching today, and don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done that. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Thor's channels, download that app, do all those things as well. It's really important and helpful for all of us. So we appreciate you. Thank you for a great 2025, and I hope everybody has an amazing 2026.
Later, everybody. Appreciate y'all.